Greetings and good afternoon, all of my YouTubers out there in YouTube land. This is Michelle Portier, CEO of Michelle Speaks. If you hide it, you can't heal it. Today's topic of the day is, what is your relationship with self? And for those of you that have been consistently following my link, you know that the self is an acronym. There will be times in everyone's life where we will encounter setbacks. The question is, how do you move forward after setbacks? So today, that is what we are going to be focusing on. What is your relationship with self? So we will begin with S for setbacks, something that causes a delay or stops progress. So how do you deal or how do you handle the setbacks in your life? I will share with you a brief setback I encountered a couple of years ago as I began my nonprofit, Healing Women, Healing Nations of Northeast Florida. I had the opportunity to spearhead a project that would house homeless female veterans with children that battled with post-traumatic stress secondary to military sexual trauma. And so there were 2 duplexes that needed to be rehabbed to be able to house these ladies. And that was near and dear to my heart, because that is the ultimate goal of Healing Women, Healing Nations, is to establish a shelter for that target audience. And so I spearheaded the project, gathered all of the resources and the organizations that were going to partner to make that happen. Well, the organization or the board that I was a part of, the duplex had been gifted to them, and they'd had it for a number of years and had not done anything with it. But when they asked me to take it over and I started making progress, I was then informed that the property was given back to the institution that had gifted it to them. And so that took a big wind out of my sails. It caused me to kind of just sit on moving the vision forward for over a year before I began to move forward again. And so that was an example of a setback. But after that year, I made the decision that I needed to continue to move forward with the vision, because it was something that was needed within the community. And so that's an example of setbacks. How do you move forward, and how long does it take you to move forward? So the next letter in the word self is E, embarrassment. And that is a feeling of shame, disappointment, discomfort, or awkwardness. And I can definitely tell you that I was very disappointed in that setback. But I'm going to give you a personal example for embarrassment. So some years ago, I was dating a gentleman. And you know how we ladies do when we're all dressed up and we know that we're looking cute. We have this certain walk that we do, this strut. And so we went to a restaurant, a high-end restaurant. We were walking across the floor. It was hardwood floors, and they were shined and buffed to the max. I had on new shoes, but again, knew that I was looking very nice. And so I was walking across, strutting a little bit. And the next thing I knew, my feet came out from under me, and I was staring at the ceiling. Not only that, my dress had come up. The entire restaurant had gotten silent, where you could hear a pin drop. And prior to that, you heard conversations, glasses tinkling, silverware being hit against the plates, but it went absolutely silent. I was so mortified. And I didn't know how to recover from that. So, I got back up. We continued on to the table. And then I wanted to go and compose myself. So I got up to use the bathroom, and my date jumped up and was like, "Are you okay? Do you need me to walk you to the bathroom?" Absolutely horrified. And so that I don't recall how the date ended, but that was a moment of embarrassment for me. But how did I push forward beyond that? Well, the next letter will tell you how I move forward. So the letter L is laughter, and that's an inner quality, a mood, a disposition. So what is your relationship with laughter after embarrassment? That was the thing that got me through that experience. The ability to be able to laugh at myself and to laugh at the situation and to make jokes. Because the thing that I said when they asked me, was I okay? I was like, no, I'm not okay. I just lost every cool point that I ever had. So no, I'm not all right. But anyhow, so how do you move forward after setbacks and after embarrassment? And how can you incorporate laughter if you have not during those moments? And the last thing is fear. F. To be afraid of something painful or threatening. For an example, a fear of failure or fear of the unknown. And we live in that zone in today's society. We never know what's going to happen next. And so, how do you work through fear? What is your relationship with fear? Do you allow it to paralyze you, or do you use it to propel you forward through whatever that fear is, or whatever that threat may be, or that disappointment may be? So, as a recap, what is your relationship with setbacks? What is your relationship with embarrassment? What is your relationship with laughter? What is your relationship with fear? And how are you moving forward beyond that, or incorporating elements of that self to help you to propel rather than be paralyzed? This is Michelle Portier, CEO of Michelle Speaks. That is all I have for you today. If anything in this has resonated with you, please reach out to me and comment. Let me know if it's resonated with you, if it's helped you, if it's inspired you, if it's encouraged you. And be sure to click on the link to subscribe so that you can continue to follow us weekly. If you'd like to book me to speak at your institution, your conference, your community event, your church, your university, then reach out to me at events at eaglesoaringmanagement.com, and the actual email will be available just below this video. So until the next time, this is Michelle Portier signing out. Take care, be well, God bless.